found out the same time everybody else did. For you guys to point fingers at people and you have no idea what you guys could be doing to people that have gone through situations. How dare you guys judge my daughter? Who made you guys judge and jury over what she is telling her truth?
Well, there's no
How
judge or
dare
jury
you?
here, ma'am.
How
There's no judge or
dare you?
jury here. And how
How
dare me? Okay,
dare
well,
you?
I'll speak to the mom in
How
case anybody else, because I'm a mom
dare
too. And I'm not going to let you sit
you?
here and talk to me as if you own me or as if I
How
work for you.
fucking
What
dare
we
you?
explained is I don't believe your daughter. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I don't believe your daughter. And you will come up here and say
I don't
whatever
give a
your
shit
daughter
if you
needed
do
her to
or
say.
not.
You're her mom. Now, your daughter can be upset that I don't believe her. I just said I don't.
You
I didn't
guys,
tell the comments
you
not
guys
to.
don't,
I don't
you're
believe
pointing
her. I believe
fingers
all
at
of
the
you guys are for
wrong
sale for
Miss
money. That's the
Jess.
problem with
You are
y'all. It's
pointing
always
fingers
about
at the
money and it's
wrong
always about
Miss
the greed.
Okay, wait. I just want to, first of all, the focus here, Sagittarius and Tammy. Hold up. This focus here, Sagittarius and Tammy, is this Mr. Boss. And we're also we already know what he did, loyalty and everything else. Sagittarius, please understand, as well as Tammy does and I do, this is a very sensitive topic. So you're always going to have people who believe and don't believe, regardless of what's going on. I've received the documentation. She sent it to me where she scheduled the meeting. I have that. Whether I believe her or not is irrelevant because I have no solid, concrete proof that this Miss Jess, your child, is the one that was being mentioned. Until I do, I'm not pointing a finger. And this is my platform, so I'm here to say that. But there are other people such as Tammy. Wait, you muted Tammy. Just a second, Tammy. There are other people such as Tammy and other folks who are going to ask questions, who are going to have doubts, who are going to have concerns, who are going to have things of that nature. That comes with the process. So while I understand your sentiment, I also understand where Tammy and other people are coming from. There will always be doubts, there will always be ups and downs. So let's just have a conversation here. But I'm just saying, for me, not for anybody else. Until I have any concrete proof of anybody, the only bitches that I'm naming are motherfucking agency owners and other females who I motherfucking have receipts, pictures from, and X, Y, and Z that I know were involved in this shit. For me. But I'm gonna unmute you both.
I don't want to be mean, but the how dare us. No, everybody's entitled to an opinion. And just
and
because it's your daughter
that is
doesn't
correct.
take
You're
anybody's
entitled
right to
to
their opinion away
your
from them.
opinion.
Everybody is entitled
Yours.
to an opinion. And that's why we hear and that's why we have a voice because we can speak our opinions. And I don't believe your daughter. And if she didn't know exactly what was going on, why didn't she? Well, I just don't believe her. She came up here with too much. Maybe she's emotional like you, the way you came up here with that how dare you shit. Maybe she gets it from you. You just didn't do the tears part and shut it off at the drop of a dime. I know mothers will say anything for their children,
Why
and
would
I
I
just believe
say
your daughter
anything for
knew.
my
Have a good
daughter?
day, Sag.
Why would I say anything for my daughter?
I just believe your
You
daughter. The
always
way she
sit up
came up
here
here with
thinking
all of that emotional
everything you
bullshit.
say
Go
is
ahead with
right.
that shit. That's why people see y'all getting knocked all on the internet. Y'all always thinking you can come up and be condescending and speak down to people as if you
This
own them. You
I've
don't
been
own
on this
anyone
app
in this
for
room.
years.
You you
This
don't
is the
own
first
anyone
time
in
I
this
have ever
room.
spoke
You
out
don't
and
own
said
anyone in this room,
anything.
and everyone in this room is entitled to their opinion,
And that is
even about
correct.
your daughter.
That is
Even
correct.
about your daughter.
That
So
is
for you to
correct. But
come
I
up
am
here
here to
and
set
think you're
this
going to somehow
straight.
check somebody didn't tell you who the fuck was in this box. You don't check me.
See,
I have
there
a
you
right to
go.
my motherfucking
There
Well,
opinion.
you
And you
go.
come
Sagittarius,
up
you
here
came up there
cursing
like
at
that, so she
people
giving it
like
back to
you
you, my
speaking
love.
to your
I
daughter.
really
Go
don't give
over
a
there
shit.
and
She can
console
give it
your
all
lying
back
ass
she
daughter.
wants because
You
all she
can't
does
tell
is run
nobody
her
what the
mouth.
fuck to do.
All
Who
she
the
does is
fuck do
run
you
her
think
mouth
you
and
are?
sits up there and
Who
thinks
do you
whatever
think
she
you
says.
are?
Okay, Tammy.
There are amendments that we can speak our piece.
Wait,
Get your ass out of here and go console your lying ass daughter. Thank you.
Tammy.
Fuck out of here.
Tammy. I'm
Hi,
the one
Robert.
smoking puffs, and I'm doing better than you right now.
I had to defend us. The bitch was going too far up there in that
I'm doing
box.
better. At least you made me
She
laugh.
was going
I
if she
don't
was
listen.
going too far, put
I
a
don't know if
one
I
in the
want
comments. If Sag brought her ass up here going too far, put a one in the comments.
to. Stop.
Put a one in
Listen,
the comments if the bitch she tried to sun us. She tried to sun me. Fuck that.
listen. I don't know whether I want to laugh, cry, be upset. This is the most emotional live I've been in my life. But I love y'all. I
But
love
I
y'all.
wanted to tell you, you look beautiful, and thank you for having strength because I didn't think you could do it.
I,
I thought you were gonna just cry it out.
I
I thought the cancer.
what people don't understand about me, and they get on this live and they do all of this. Last night I was sitting there, and even today I was damn near in tears. I don't even want to get back to it, but it's just because I work with 3 to 5 year olds, and I've worked with children, and I have so many black women and white women and Spanish women and mothers and fathers and people who watch my fucking shit. And if I knew what I knew, the amount of people who sat there and let this go by for the smallest things, you bum ass bitches, you low motherfucking knock knee bad built bitches sat up there. Bitch, I'm kicking up my child from daycare, bitch. Why don't you let motherfucking Mr. Loyalty pick up your child, ho? Because your bitch is new and y'all want to take the motherfucking... I don't give a fuck if a bitch is getting wailed from left and right, bitch. When you know somebody's up there doing some sex offender shit and is registered and should not be around children, you don't let them go by for 2 fucking years and do what they did. And now we got all these people in this motherfucking agency, over 200 people who are gagging and gooping. This is disgusting. There's over 400 people who
It's
don't know what the
disgusting.
fuck is going on.
And not just that, it's people who will be displaced without an agency. It'll be people who might mess up their pay if it takes long to switch over. It can be problematic for so many people, and some people depend on this app.
I just,
Some people depend on this app. Y'all eat off this app. Y'all like to
Hey
say, "Oh,
y'all.
it's a free app," but some of y'all paying y'all rent on this app. Some of you
Hey
bitches
y'all.
now have the ability to smile because of this app.
and it makes people, and once again, let me say this before Stone speaks. This is not Bigo. Bigo is doing what they need to do, and Bigo's on it. Kudos to you, Bigo, and I hope this is a beacon of
Tammy, I
hope.
got you, girl.
I hope
I
this is a
felt your
beacon of
spirit.
hope moving forward, that Bigo takes the precautions to make sure. But what makes this scary, Tammy, is not only that, but there are real people on this shit watching this shit right now who are looking at this, who are mothers and
I
fathers
never
and
faced
have
it.
nephews and nieces and kids and they're scared to get on this app, or they're scared to go live, or they're scared to whatever, because they've been under a motherfucker for a year and a half that they might have wanted to meet one time, or wanted my agency owner
Well,
came to see me. Fuck them, I don't care about them now,
well,
but you never
well,
know. And it's just the fear of
well.
that.
And people have to understand Robert was having conversations with this person. So he
He was
knew,
not at
one,
his
he's been
mother's. He was not
exposed.
at his mother's house this morning when the officers came. The report reads: mother admits her son does work from home. He. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Just a second.
What happened?
He was not at his mother's
Hold on
address.
one second. Hold on. Wait.
Hold up.
Hold on. Words. Please enjoy from outside of the
Oh,
live.
kick
See you
him.
later,
Period.
Tex.
Yeah, you already know. He was
Bye,
not at his
Tex.
mother's
We're not
address
here for
this
that.
morning when officers came. The report reads, because there's one already, the mother admits her son does work from home. He left a day ago, and he also changed his phone numbers and everything. He has not returned. Police officers questions neighbors. 4 out of the 13 neighbors stated that they worked for the said offender. So this motherfucker got neighbors who didn't even know that he was a goddamn offender and were working for him.
So, I want to come up and lighten the mood. First and foremost, one thing that I would like to say that I just had heard, we're not going to make this a race thing. We're going to make this a dumb bitch thing. Let's be clear. The dumbness of the women have nothing to do with being pink, yellow, red, blue. Second, I usually have to calm my sister Juanita Bottom down in the box, but she was absolutely correct. And the Sagittarius came up here and tried to make it about her daughter, but the fact of the matter is, you're a mother. You should have been talking about the fact that your daughter did not know. You didn't even help your daughter's case. You wanted to come up here and condemn people talking about how dare you. Should have just came here and said, my daughter didn't know. I know she didn't know this, that, and the third. Third, I ain't gonna lie, I was in here setting up in the shade room on vacation. I didn't believe the girl either. Because first of all, when the tears hit, I was like, she crying, she going through it. But as soon as Tammy said cut the tears, it was like zip. And so that's just for me and a lot of people. But this is the problem, Robert. I was on that panel that night. And this is the problem. Are we surprised that people are defending him? Look how they defended Tay. Look how y'all defend people like Brandon. Y'all, the problem is, and I'm gonna say this to the women, and I'm not a woman, but I'm a gay and I love women. Y'all got to stop letting these motherfuckers control you. Do you know that this bitch let this man buy her one of those robe bud for the pussy? It was all she on some Amazon shit. He was buying her shit to keep her silent. And the thing is, women, y'all pussy has so much value. It's diamond worthy. You gonna let this nigga shush you for an Amazon shopping list? And then Miss Channing, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, bitch. We seen the receipts. You knew, bitch. You knew. Talking about you going to pick up your child. Was you thinking about your child, bitch, when you said I respect Sybil? How can you respect a woman who was laid up with a nigga and knew since last year of April 2021 that this nigga was a sex offender? The reality of it is y'all need to be off the app too. The children ain't safe with y'all. The children ain't safe with nobody that would motherfucking corroborate that bullshit. Robert, it was bad. And the reality of it is, Mr. Loyalty is playing a nasty game. That motherfucker sat up on that panel on the midnight court and said, bitch, if I'm going down, y'all going down.
How many
And the
people?
gag
I'm
is,
gonna let
Tammy,
Famous up in a second. How many
I'm about to
people?
get down too. And the last thing, Tammy,
Wait,
when
so
I
before
read
you
that
get
message
down,
that
how
Robert
many
sent me,
people on that panel was he like? Give us a number. 10, 15.
baby, he so, well, first of all, he got and then started messaging Mrs. Quinn. And bitch, he laid it out. There was a young man that came up there, was trying to be nasty. Haitian who runs the midnight court. Girl, he crossed him up so good the boy ended up
17
admitting that he knew
people?
since October.
17 people?
Bitch, Tammy, the boy said that he left. Go have your puff. Tammy, the boy said he left the family. And Haitian said, why? He said, I just didn't want to be there anymore. He wasn't reaching me. Then we found out that the boy knew that royalty did this since October of last year. And no tea, no Texas came. And no shade, and I don't mean this, and I don't want nobody to go with this, but we all from the hood. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You hoes was out here acting like y'all was making shit that was gonna change y'all children's life, change your mama's life, put your kids through schools. I ain't never seen none of y'all on the heat list. So what I'm trying to say is, y'all saying y'all was doing it for the beans. What kind of beans was they? These are children. These are children. And the thing about Sybil, bitch, you always front and center on a people want to know, bitch, when the people should have knew that you was laying up with a nigga that was touching on children, Sybil. That's the problem, Sybil, bitch. You sitting up here, you want to talk about agency owners need to do right and agency owners need to do this, but every time there's a people want to know, bitch, you should have been on the people want to know, bitch, since the first people want to know. You was laying with a nigga that you knew was and Rob, this last thing. I want you to crucify everyone, but the one I really want to be crucified is B-Dub. That bitch said that the reason why she never said nothing because she built a relationship with that man. So because you built a relationship with a man that you found out was a predator, bitch, you're gonna ignore that you're supposed to be the mama of the bear cubs, and you're supposed to protect your children, bitch. You said that you ignored the fact that he was a predator because you built a relationship with him. Bitch, let me tell you something before I get down. Honey, if you would have let that nigga babysit your child, God only knows what that man would have did to your fucking child, bitch. CPS need to come all up and through your house and take your children away from you, nasty bitch.
Hold up, Tammy. Let me let I just a second, Famous.
Hey, Robert.
Yes, a
I was
child. Yes, the youngest he did with deal with children was a 2-year-old, all the way to a 13-year-old. He was selling
yes,
videos
yes.
and,
I
and
was I
pictures
was
of.
on that panel,
Yes, go ahead.
and I cussed that bitch the entire fuck out because she sat there with these weird ass fucking tears. You didn't have no fucking tears when he was cash shopping you money, bitch. When he was sending you money and all of this and buying you shit on Amazon. You bitches is weird as fuck. Who does that? A fucking 2-year-old? And then you talking about, oh, I'm glad I didn't have him around my children. Bitch, then what the fuck? So because it wasn't your kids, that's what made it okay? You weird bitch. Oh my, please break. Can Famous come up here with me, please? Can you please let Famous up here with me?
And see, y'all like to say I like to do shit for clout. I haven't asked for one fucking, just a second, my love. I haven't asked for one fucking bean since I've been on this live. Because when it's shit like this, bitch, this is more important than a motherfucking bean, bitch. I'm gonna get my tier and quota no motherfucking way. I mean, whatever way, bitch. I don't give a fuck about that. I had came on here because I wanted to make sure that the motherfucking hosts who are in all these agencies knew why that nigga just got all of a sudden got up and dipped the fuck out. And they knew that Sybil and Shanny Lay and all these other motherfuckers who were agency owners are sitting here knowing what this motherfucker did. And Bigo, if you're watching, you need to take Shanny Lay's and Sybil's agency for motherfucking being associated and knowing what the fuck he was doing.
That fucking part. They were totally okay with it. The excuses
Hey,
that they
hello.
made. It was the excuses that they made for this shit.
They knew over a
Oh,
year, but
first they
Shanny Lay just
look,
figured it
look,
out.
check
She
this
just
out.
found out.
Oh, I didn't know. And then so Cool and Haitian is all like, so you've been in the family, but you didn't know. So when did you find out? Oh, I found out 3 months ago. Oh, I found out 6 months ago. Oh, it was last year. Like, bitch, make up your mind when you found out. You knew the entire time, and then the one bitch was blackmailing them.
This is disgusting. Go ahead,
Listen,
famous.
I just want to add this, right? First, let me give you props, Zeus, for continuously do your thing, man. I'm gonna give you your flowers on that. If anybody thinks that he's doing it for a quota, you motherfuckers are dumb. He's been hitting his quotas ever since he came over here the first month he's been
I
here.
haven't asked for one bean since I've been on live this
And
time. I haven't
trust
asked
me,
for one
with the
bean.
story or without a story, he's gonna hit his quota. So that right there is negated. You know what I mean? Anyways, as far as the whole situation goes, they all backpedaled, bro. All right. Me and Haitian had this dude on a phone call before we even made the panel. We called him and we said, look, we're gonna do this anyways, with you or without you. So you can come and you can expose everybody that was involved with you. We did that just to coerce him into getting to give up the names. We didn't give a fuck about if he was gonna work with us or not. He was already guilty. He's a piece of shit. But we wanted to get the full story, who was all involved. Because by the way he was talking and crying about it, he was like, man, but they knew. Well, who knew? We need to know. Who was the one that knew? He gave up Sybil, and he gave at first he only gave up like 4 names. But when he was in that panel and when Sybil came up there and was all bravado, yeah, I blackmailed him. I've been blackmailing him for a whole year. You know what I mean? When she went up there and said that, everybody was like, wait, what? A whole year? And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I keep it a buck, bro. When she first came up, I had history with Sybil. I thought Sybil was good people. So when Sybil came into the room and she asked to come up, I was like, hey, I know Sybil. She's good people. Lo and behold, she's been in a relationship with this dude for 3 years, bro. She's known this dude
That
for
part.
3 years. Sybil's the one that wrote his recommendation letter to have an agency. And then here's the funny part. When she spoke about him, it was like she was speaking about Jesus at church.
Correct.
He's such an honorable man and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? All this other crazy shit. Okay, and then B Dub, right? I'm gonna tell you how it goes. Sybil is the second guiltiest party. You know what I mean? Next to him, the party that's more guilty that comes after Sybil is B Dub. After B Dub, I don't give a fuck what no one says. Jess is guilty. Okay, I don't give a fuck because I know what I've seen. I've seen what I've seen with my own
Which
motherfucking
Jess are you
eyes,
talking about?
bro. I'm talking about the Jess that was up here crying, bro. The one that was up here crying.
Why do you say
Mm.
that?
Okay, you're about to find. You're gonna know. That's why I came up here as well. I messaged you on WhatsApp because I don't need nobody to know what we're discussing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
Yo, I sent you what I sent you on WhatsApp because we need to come together.
I didn't get anything else.
No, I sent you a paragraph letting you know what the invitation was about because you and Stone are welcome to come,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and we're gonna lock it down, and we're gonna really open this the fuck
No,
up,
no.
bro.
After
Be-
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna go. I'm not. I'll listen in the background a little bit, but after this,
yeah,
like I just this is
no,
I
I understand. Stone told us a little bit about that. Like he let me know a little about your background and how this affects you, bro. So,
yeah.
and I didn't even know that about you until and I already knew what you just said right now. Like I just barely learned that you dealt with kids yourself. You know what I mean? So like I know
I'm
how it
drained.
affects you.
Like
So I
after this,
feel
I'll
that.
be fucking. I might just go cry in my bed for like 10 minutes and then get my life together, get myself together.
Yeah.
But you said there were 17 people, and you said that he was naming people in his family, in his agency, and people.
Yeah, he named people in his family, and this dude Texas Made, right? Texas Made, I think his name was.
Texas
Don't quote
King. Texas King. That's his name.
Texas King, yeah. He okay. He tried to come up getting all bravado with Stone. He tried to come at sideways at Stone, like, "Oh, shut your bitch ass up" and whatever. Like trying to. I'm from the streets, so I told him, "Bro, shut that weird ass shit up. Ain't nobody intimidated by that shit. You know what I mean? You want to get all stupid at him, but the way you because he was trying to protect loyalty at first." Right? So I recognized it in his fucking the way his approach was. He was trying to do it. He was trying to do it indirectly though, like not trying to make it look like he's defending them, but he was. You know what I mean? And I was like, bro, what's your angle? What's your motive, bro? And if you want to talk about meeting people up in the street, come meet me. And then that's when Haitian goes, let me ask you something, bro. Why did you leave his family? He kept asking him, bro. And then he asked him the same question just from a different angle. And the motherfucker told on himself. Oh, because, I knew what was going on 6 months prior. You know what I mean?
Oh, how about this? This was the part for me. All of them left June 30th. Make that make sense.
Bro, I'm telling you, yo, look at Zeus. When it comes to certain shit, bro, I ain't got time to play, bro. I help whenever I can. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I
Especially when
can't.
it
Do
when it,
you have anything? Do you? Because Miss, I don't
yeah,
have.
that's what I'm saying. I need to get the stuff together for Sybil. I got my own thing that I need to do that I've been requested by Bigo to give over, and I have to get everything that I got on Sybil
Good,
because Sybil's next to go.
good,
You know what I'm saying?
good. Get what you got to
Yeah,
get and
Sybil
sip
is
it
the
up.
next one
Good,
to go.
good.
You know what I mean? I got to do this shit accordingly. I can't say who's gonna go next. All I know is that right now my focus is on
Take
Sybil,
them down
and
one
I'm
by
getting
one.
rid of her
Go ahead.
motherfucking agency.
Yep.
And then next, you know it, the next I'm gonna go down the list. I don't give a fuck
And
what names were mentioned. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I'm telling you guys right now. But if and look it, I'm not. You know what? I don't even want to go as far to do all that. Just know you guys keep your eyes glued, keep your eyes peeled, because this is going to continue. This is not just a one day thing. This is not going to be the only time that Zeus is going to talk about it. It's not going to be the only time that Cool Haitian talks about it or any other platform talks about it. Because once you guys start to realize who's really all involved, and the reason the main focus was making sure loyalty got stopped first. His parole officer's been notified. The local police department have been notified by numerous people. Well, to be honest with you,
yep.
when I had my girl call the police department, there was already 8 reports on him.
Oh yeah,
That part.
I called that night and they were like, okay, because I don't know if 20 contacted, but they were like, okay, they're gonna look into it. They took my information, they took my name, they took all of that. They was like, what am I filing for? I was all of that, bitch. I was on the phone like a white woman with a shortcut bob, bitch. So good, good.
Yeah, and there's nothing too. When you guys talk about Bigo shadow banning the rooms, look, trust me, Bigo's not the one that shadow banned. The people that are shadow banning the room are the ones that watch from the window who don't want the information to get out. Because there's a lot of good names that we think that are good, big names that think they're big and that they're bigger than the system and they could get away with crummy shit. I don't give a fuck if you're an agency that's been around for 3, 4. I've been here for 4 years
He's
and
been
some
here for 2
change.
years. Can you
All right.
believe? Can you believe there's people in his agency who didn't know that he's a registered sex offender?
Yeah, no. There's a lot of them that don't know. But the thing
There's a
is,
lot of them
but the
that
thing is,
did. There's
but
a
the
lot
thing
of
is,
them that
but the
did.
thing is, here's the thing though. There are many who do.
That's even worse. That's nasty.
You
That
you understand what
yep,
I'm saying?
That's
yep.
nasty.
Because because you got to
And there's a
understand,
other
Sybil.
agency owners that know too.
Yeah, you got to
That
understand,
part.
Sybil has been woofing. Every time Sybil gets into a fight with this dude, she consoles in somebody. So whoever she consoled in before she decided to reach out to Tanny, and before this went other ways and other directions, she definitely consolidated other people. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why Sybil is hiding. Because if you could get to Sybil, and Sybil, I wish we would have let Sybil keep on running her mouth that night because she was just telling on herself. If we would have let her keep going, she probably would have told on everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, the whole point of this, when Haitian hosts his panel, we're gonna really just go into depth with the thing, so there's nothing missed. But I'm pretty sure you have all the same information as
I
far as
do. I have
the
plenty.
I
Yep, I got it. I'm gonna let the other
yeah.
folks. Thank you,
But
though,
but
famous.
but but what but the thing is, huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, what I'm saying is. I just don't want confusion, like based on who's involved and who's not involved. And I agree with you. Without receipts, we can't push
Without
any real
receipts, I'm
line
not
against
putting
anybody.
no, and but that also
Yeah.
goes until I get anything on Miss Jess specifically. I'm not saying her. All I'm saying is the people that have been involved that I have messages from, which is the Shark,
Hmm.
Shanae, whatever, the B Dub bitch, what Shanale, whatever, who's an agency owner who has to pick up her child, who's an agency owner and a mother, Sybil, the B Dub, and the other girl that I showed as well. I showed
Queen
all the
Petty.
profile
Queen
pictures.
Petty. Queen Petty, right? That's who you're speaking of?
Um,
Queen Petty is the female that's involved with him right now.
Queen Patty,
That's who's
yes,
involved with him.
yes.
Yeah.
B Dub, yep, B Dub. And then who is you
Amor
said J
said, look at
Rod. What about J Rod?
Nation.
Who is J Rod? How is she fit into this?
Okay, so J Rod, there's no receipts against her. Sybil mentioned her in the dialogue
Oh no,
between two people.
then I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Nope, nope. So J
yeah,
Rod
yeah,
has
yeah,
nothing to do with it. I don't give a fuck if
yeah,
somebody mentions anything. Now, if
yeah.
loyalty mentions it and is able to show that he's cash apping bitches and all that, then yeah. But she's doing that because she's trying to bring. I don't give a fuck about deflection and bringing any of these other people down with you, bitch. I'm only coming after motherfuckers who I
Yeah,
know
that's what
come.
I'm saying. We need receipts.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. We need the
I don't
receipts
give a
on it.
fuck about that.
Concrete
So J
proof.
Rod is fine with me.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, bro. You know what's up. Make sure you're watching from the background, whatever you gotta do, because I don't want you to be overwhelmed and all that bullshit. You know what
I'm
I'm
good.
saying?
Thank you, though.
All right, brother.
Oh, no, you're just coming into the room. Bigo had an agency excellence program last month, and a man named Mr. Loyalty became the top agency in that program that they had. He's been on bigolive for 2 years. He's been a gifter of mine. He's been nice. He's an agency owner. Sweet guy, never had an issue. He was dealing with this other woman named Sybil, who's also an agency owner as well. Both been all the people want to know. Came to find out 2 days ago, some information slid across my desk late at night that he's a currently registered sex offender. He was arrested about when he was 21 years old. He is 29 now. He has over 200 hosts. He was a registered sex offender selling pornography and child photos all the way down to the ages between 2 to 13 years old. Yes, 2 years old as in a toddler, like a baby, all the way to 13 years old. Agency owner, Sybil's an agency owner. Didn't say anything the whole time. Knew for over a year, along with some of the people in the loyalty agency as well as loyalty family. Yes, I showed. Believe me, I showed so many photos. This is probably I pray to God it'll be all over YouTube. I contacted the authorities. I also contacted Bigo. Bigo's on it. They've sent over what they needed to do. I'm sure his agency will be up and out of here. And Bigo, if you are watching, please, 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 for the safety and sanity of this environment and this place, do some type of screening, because you can even Google this man. You can even Google it, and it shows. This man, they confiscated 4 laptops when he was 21. They had been watching him for 3 months. In the 3 months, they found over 100 different videos of child pornography where he was selling DVDs. Hey, Miss Quinn, where he was selling DVDs and photos of underage children. If you are in any of these people's agencies, Shanae, whatever her name is, Chardonnay, whatever, Chanelay, Sybil, Loyalty, here are the steps that you can do to trying to get out. First, write the person and say you would like to be released because you know what's going on. Yes, I agree. Beagle needs to do background checks, definitely, because you can Google this and find all this. You find all his charges, and he's on the registered sex offender list. And it just shocked me because I was like, this man just wrote me 3 days ago. I found this out 2 days ago, but he wrote me 3 days ago. I have the message. And he was like, period, I'm the #1 host. And I was like, congratulations, I'm fabulous. This is amazing. Sean M. Kellum, right there. You can type his name in. Yes, I see you on the queue. Give me just a second. The fact that there were over 17 people who knew, agency owners who know, females, mothers, fathers, hosts, gift, all of that, who knew, is disgusting. I see you in the queue. Give me just a second. This was one of his pages. This was one of the people who knew, who formed a relationship with him and didn't say anything. This bitch on Demon Time and Poppy shit, who formed a relationship, didn't knew about 6 months ago. This was a message between her and Shauna whatever, making a goddamn fly. These are some of the charges: aggravated child pornography, possession of film, photo, information, child possession. Some of it was dismissed, but it got classified as case X. He went to jail for a few years and came out and got an agency on Bigo. Child pornography, reproduction, selling information. This is him when he messaged me. This is just a few days ago. Hardest working solo agent, period. Agency excellence program. I was so excited. This is him. Victim was 2 years of age. Offender was 21 at the time of the offense. That is him right there. This is as of 8/23/2022. There was some dismissed, but he had a plethora of charges. You guys can type in the name and find him, and you'll see it. Sean N. Kellen. You can go Google right now and find the article. The fact that there are so many of you involved. Let me just say this before I let these people out. Let me say this to y'all before I let these people out. There might have been some of you bitches today that we haven't mentioned in this motherfucking live, but I want you to look closely into my motherfucking eyes as I say this to you. We will find out every single thing, every cash app, every deposit, every message, because we already got enough text, bitch. And if you had anything to do more with knowing what the fuck was going on and being bribed, I'm going to let it be known that I will do everything in my power to let Bigo know every single fucking female that got $1 out of that man stay quiet, especially if you're an agency owner. Every fucking one. Because we should not be on a fucking app where you bitches want to sell your pussy or you niggas want to be cool for a fucking dragon with a motherfucker who's touching on or fucking reproducing videos and photos of 2-year-olds to 13-year-olds, bitch, and thinking that's okay for over years. Now we got over 200 fucking hosts, even more than that, who are in 3 different motherfucking agencies not knowing about this shit, having to gag. And then he sent a message to all of his hosts yesterday saying, oh, I've been exposed by Sybil blackmailing me, so I'm leaving the app. Do what you want, or you can stay or you can go. Disgusting. Hello? Hello?
Do you have the recommendation letters and all that other shit from Sybil, and the fact that he not only took all of these people and put them on another platform and has been making money with them on another platform as well?
Yep, I showed it. And look how easy
Okay.
it is. Bigo, look how
But
easy it is. You can Google him. Look at this. Look how easy it is. You can Google him, y'all. That's how easy it is to find this man. And it's
also, Haitian did that court on him. He has a lot of stuff that you might want to talk to him about. They said that J Rod is another
no,
agency
no,
owner
no,
that
no,
might
no.
be
See,
involved.
that's why I don't want. I'm not going to go to Haitian. I'm not going to go to all these people because J Rod is someone that Sybil brought up, but just because she brought that up doesn't mean that she has anything to do with it. I need hard
Yeah.
receipts. Too many rumors,
Okay.
too many allegations, too many, oh, this person is friends with this person. The shit that I have, Miss Quinn, is messages of people like, oh, I knew, or I'll defend you, or whatever. That's
I'm gonna forward you. I'm gonna forward you whatever I have, and if you don't have it, you review it. Whatever. I'll send it to you now.
thank you.
All right.
What y'all want to do, but I'm not here to crucify every single name that's brought up by every single other person besides the names that I know are concrete, been having conversation. Because I believe Mr. Loyalty did cash app some of these females. Abso-fucking-lutely. And when I can find those types of conversations and those types of receipts and those types of messages, then you bitches are going down too. But until then, I don't give a fuck about Sybil and the next person on Mad Day saying, yeah, she knew, he knew, because then that's going to crucify a whole bunch of people. And I don't want motherfuckers who ain't got nothing to do with this, who might have just been cool with someone or sitting somewhere someday, motherfucking losing agency because of speculations. That's not what it gives. That's not what it gives. And y'all shouldn't do that either. Because that's nasty. He did pay them to stay quiet. Yes, we have 2 of them. Don't do that. And that's why I'm not going to this person and that person and this person and that person's panel, court, this, that, because y'all be up there motherfucking taking one thing and stretching it. I need hard fucking receipts, just like I have of this. Because I'm not going to have somebody be at risk for losing their agency or being scared because motherfucking they was sitting on a panel one day and might have been cool with someone, and because somebody's having mad day, now they want to throw their name into the mix. Because if that J-Rod girl ain't got nothing to do with it and loses her fucking agency because Sybil got mad and threw her name into the mix, that wouldn't be okay. So I'm not going to do that. See, this is me. I do my shit on receipts, not
Well, hold on.
speculation. Go ahead.
Hello. Hey, how you doing? No, I just came up real quick to say, you're doing a good job, man. I did not know your background situation, but we do have, I do have a lot of receipts. So there's a couple of things we've been holding on to a little bit just to find out. But I just want to come up and say you're doing a good job. That's all, man.
You have a
And
lot of receipts. Thank you. You have a lot of receipts of what?
man, actual paperwork of same thing you're talking about. People basically saying that they knew. See, when it came to my panel, right, the first time, I had no
Okay, but
idea
I
who
don't
these
need
people were.
speculation, hey, Sean. I need names. I need all. This is not the time to be like, oh, I have.
There
What do
is
you
a
have?
couple of names though. I have to be. There's a couple of people I do have to clear up though, based on what I'm seeing, and I'm going to be talking to her. I had a conversation with Channy. I think it might be a little bit misconstrued, so I'm just going to be honest about that situation. But no, I just came up to say, you know what? Congratulations, keep doing your thing. It's a big platform, and you know, that's pretty much what it was. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm not like, if you're gonna come up, I need you to give me like, you can't start off with you have a whole bunch of receipts and then be like, shit might have been misconstrued. I, but I guess thank you.
Hey, Robert. Robert, on my end, thank you for letting me up here. I would have shot that nigga and all them bitches. I would have.
You know what? I was gonna make fun of this situation, but I can't even do that. Earlier, I was gonna make fun of it, but then I heard you start talking about a 2-year-old to a 13-year-old. So I'm wondering, like, who the fuck is this person? And I'm gonna take this more serious. I was gonna troll it. I was gonna say, oh, he tried to rape me, but my pussy was stank. But no, I can't even do that.
Well, you know, mind you, I wouldn't really let y'all troll like come into the
Jesus.
box and troll. That's not for me. Y'all can troll in the comments, but I'm not gonna let y'all troll in the boxes. That's just not my
You
thing
know,
for this type of situation. Go ahead.
the issue for me is with these women. So if Mad Day never came, they would still be not saying
Yes,
anything,
it's been
and it's
it's been over a year that some of the
it's
hosts,
bigger than
his
even
hosts.
Bigo. Like at this point, they're okay with it. So you are okay
No,
with
no,
this
no.
man
Bigo.
being a
Wait,
pedophile?
did you say Bigo's okay? Bigo's not okay with this.
No. I said it's bigger than Bigo.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
consequences
yeah,
should
yeah.
be bigger
Yeah, it's
than
way bigger than
Bigo.
Bigo. Hell yeah, it's bigger than Bigo.
Absolutely. But the fact that these women now, and their mothers and things, and y'all okay, if he hadn't to did whatever he did, you wouldn't have never said anything, even though you knew this for all this time. It's something wrong with you, and you just as guilty as him.
Yep, yep. Guilty by. This is what guilty by fucking association is. That's what this by association is. It's disgusting.
Problem is the women probably doing stuff, stuff to kids too. Basically, if they can sit back and watch, what the fuck is they doing in the dark? You know.
And the Shauna Lee, whatever her name is, the Shauna Lee person, you found out like everybody else. But the reason why I'm wearing your ass out, Shauna Lay, whatever the fuck her name is, who had to go pick up her child, is because you sitting here with these messages. Let me read them again. Saying, I'll defend you. I know how crazy he is. Girl, put the blunt on me. Put it on me. Trying to protect Sybil. Why are you trying to protect somebody who's giving you this type of information? I'm still waiting for her to come too. Why would you be trying to protect somebody that's giving you this information? The first thing I would say to somebody who's giving me this information, bitch, did you tell anybody? But you're like, girl, you strong. I got you, girl. I'll protect you, girl. Put the blame on me. I get it, girl. He's manipulative. He's a... What? I don't know what daycare is open at 7:44, girl.
Hey, Robert. I came up here to say I don't remember who was in a box, and I went through their page and found one of his pages through their contribution list. Right when I went on that page, what made it sickening is that he was comparing himself to one of the characters from the Disney movie with Mulan. Am I saying it right? He posted that, and I was like, "What, a month ago?" I think that's weird as hell, and they knew about that's weird. You understand? It's like a mocking, like, yeah, you know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and you post that up here on Big on your profile. That's weird.
Y'all can Google all of this. And what gagged me the most, thank you, Strikers. Is that Striker? What gagged me the most about this, I've known this person for over a year. Not personally, but I text them. They text me. I got on the phone and helped them with host stuff. He never bribed me. He never gave me $1 or a bill. He gifted me organically, and he was such a nice fucking guy. But this is a sign to me, and I hope this is a sign to the rest of y'all, 3,500 people in here, that, bitch, you just never fucking know. You never know. This man has been on this app for 2 years. It's going on 2 years since he's had his agency. There's women in his agency, mothers. And it's just like, sometimes y'all on Bigo, the mental illness gets to me. I can do all the trolling. I can do all of this and that. I don't even give a fuck about the health. I don't give a fuck about anything. But for me, pedophilia, molestation, rape, that's a soft spot for me. I leave the room when y'all start giving that. Because a 2-year-old? What the fuck is a 2-year-old? Sir, you're 21. You're managing an agency with over 200 people. And you're selling videos and footage. And then 24 hours ago got on a panel and said some of them look like they were teenagers. I didn't know it went as young as 2 years old. What the fuck is the difference? A 2-year-old? A 10-year-old? And you're fucking the boss of over 200 hosts? And then all you females knew? And all it took was a cash app to shut y'all up? And some of y'all are also agency owners? I hope Beagle snatches everything from y'all. I hope. Mr. Loyalty. He currently is on the run right now because we've already fucking contacted the authorities and everything. Hey, Tina. He's the loyalty agency owner and the loyalty family owner. So y'all need to drop them badges. You can Google it. Google his name. Just Google his name. Google his name. Sean, Sean, middle initial M, last Kellem. Boom. Registered sex offender list. All the charges are right there. Everything's right there. Simple as that. All the charges, everything. Court documents, cases, everything. This man was deemed the #1 Bigo host last month. I mean, Bigo agency. The #1 Bigo agency. Yeah, Tina. For the new agency excellence program. Okay, inbox me again for the audition. They need to crown next. He's on GPS home monitoring. I don't know what that is. Sean and Kellen. Yeah. Yes, that's him. Tina, yes. I haven't asked for beans at all. I haven't even been paying attention to my beans at all. But there's a treasure chest out. They came to his house. I guess he fled yesterday or this morning. And the police are looking for him right now. 4 out of the 13 neighbors that they asked questions to worked for him and had no clue of his registry in his neighborhood. He's also started deleting stuff on here, and he's also closed group chats in his agency. He probably is watching right now. And you know what? If he walked into my room I would give him ample opportunity to sit up here in that box, and I would swipe them comments, and I would have him swipe them comments, and I would ask him some questions. For educational purposes, so people are aware what to look out for, what the fuck was going on, who you paid off. What people should look out for. We have been texting him. Do we have proof he's still committing current crimes? James St. Patrick, this happened 7 years ago. He got off, and when he got out, it became a felon. It's a felony. He's not supposed to be on social media. There's level 1, 2, and 3 tiers of pedophilia, molestation, all those types of things when you're registered an offender.